Hello, YouTube. Currently, it is Wednesday, June 12th, 2013 at 12:24 a.m. I didn't get to make this video until kind of late. And in this video, I'm going to be reading about virtual reality. Virtual reality is a term that applies to computer-simulated environments that can simulate physical presence in places in the real world, as well as in imaginary worlds. Most current virtual reality environments are primarily visual experiences, displayed either on a computer screen or through special stereoscopic displays, but some simulations include traditional sensory information, such as sound through speakers or headphones. Some advanced haptic systems now include tactile information, generally known as force feedback, in medical and gaming applications. Furthermore, virtual reality covers remote communication environments, which provide a virtual presence of users with the concepts of telepresence and teleexistence, or a virtual artifact, VA, either through the use of standard input devices such as a keyboard and a mouse, or through multimodal devices such as a wired glove, the polehemus, and omnidirectional treadmills. The simulated environment can be similar to the real world in order to create a lifelike experience. For example, in simulations for pilot or combat training, or it can differ significantly from reality, such as in VR games. In practice, it is currently very difficult to create a high-fidelity virtual reality experience, due largely to technical limitations on processing power, image resolution, and communication bandwidth. However, the technology's proponents hope that such limitations will be overcome as processor, imaging, and data communication technologies become more powerful and cost-effective over time. Virtual reality is often used to describe a wide variety of applications commonly associated with immersive, highly visual 3D environments. The development of CAD software, graphics hardware acceleration, head-mounted displays, database gloves, and miniaturization have helped popularize the notion. In the book The Metaphysics of Virtual Reality by Michael R. Hain, seven different concepts of virtual reality are identified: simulation, interaction, artificiality, immersion, telepresence, full-body immersion, and network communication. People often identify VR with head-mounted displays and data suits. The possibility exists to have films and television programs which are watched with a head-mounted display and computer control of the image, so that the viewer appears to be inside the scene with the action going all around. The computer presents the view which corresponds to the direction of the viewer is facing through a system of head tracking. This would give the viewers the feeling that they are actually going to the scene in person instead of looking at pictures on a screen. The term virtual space has been suggested as more specific for this technology, which is described in detail in the article Virtual Space, the Movies of the Future. The term artificial reality, coined by Myron Kruger, has been in use since the 1970s. However, the origin of the term virtual reality can be traced back to the French playwright, poet, actor, and director Antonin Artaud in his seminal book The Theater and Its Double, 1938. Artaud described theater as la réalité virtuelle, a virtual reality in which In Eric Davis's words, characters, objects, and images take on the phantasmagoric force of alchemy's visionary internal dramas. Artaud claimed that the perpetual allusion to the materials and the principle of the theater found in almost all chemical books should be understood as the expression of an identity existing between the world in which the characters, images, and in a general way all that constitutes the virtual reality of the virtual reality of the theater develops, and the purely fictitious and illusionary world in which the symbols of alchemy are evolved. The term has also been used in the Judas Mandala in 1982 science fiction novel by Damien Broderick, where the context of use is somewhat different from that defined above. The earliest use cited by the Oxford English Dictionary is in a 1987 article titled Virtual Reality, but the article is not about VR technology. The concept of virtual reality was popularized in mass media by movies such as Brainstorm and The Lawnmower Man. The VR research boom of the 1990s was accompanied by a non-fiction book, Virtual Reality, 1991, by Howard Rheingold. The book served to demystify the subject, making it more accessible to less technical researchers and enthusiasts. Multimedia from Wagner to Virtual Reality, edited by Randall Packman and Ken Jordan and first published in 2001, explores the term and its history from an avant-garde perspective. Philosophical implications of the concept of VR are discussed in books including Philip Zahai's Get Real, A Philosophical Adventure in Virtual Reality, 1998, and Digital Sensation, Space Identity and Embodiment in Virtual Reality, 1999, written by Ken Hillis. Yeah, virtual reality is something that seems pretty cool to me, and I'm glad I was able to make a video and read about it. Hopefully it gets expanded over time. I mean, that would just be really cool. I don't know, I have this game, Dot Hack, for PS2, that is about a virtual reality game where people go into comas though, and it's like a dungeon raider game, but like the characters in it, it has like a anime also that goes with it, but the people that play it go plug into the virtual reality, but they've been going into comas and stuff like that, and there's been like a lot of bugs and glitches in it. But yeah, it's called Dot Hack. And yeah, this video is only going on 8 minutes and 39 seconds. I don't know what else to say about virtual reality, honestly. It seems to be covered pretty well in the Wikipedia article. So, yeah, I think it would be pretty cool to play video games in a virtual reality, but I'm just kind of thinking of how that would be set up. I was kind of waiting for the time to run out. Yeah, I don't know how long it would be before a virtual reality video game is out there. Like, I think they might already have some, but I'm not sure. I'll have to look it up. Yeah, this video is going on 10 minutes now, so I'm going to go ahead and stop it.